Once upon a time in the late 1700s, France seemed to be a rich and powerful country. But behind this shiny image lay a land with many problems. France was ruled by three groups called estates. The first estate was made up of church leaders who were rich and owned lots of land but paid very little in taxes. The second estate consisted of nobles who were powerful and didn't have to pay many taxes either. Finally, there was the third estate, everyone else. This included farmers, city workers, merchants, lawyers, and doctors, who paid heavy taxes and made up 97% of the people in France. France had also spent a lot of money fighting wars, such as the American Revolution. This meant that they owed a lot of money and couldn't pay it back. Meanwhile, the prices of food were rising, crops weren't growing well, and many people were hungry. France had a king named Louis XVI who wasn't a strong leader. His queen, Marie Antoinette, was not liked by the people because she spent too much money on fancy things. New ideas were spreading through France, coming from thinkers who said that everyone should be free and equal. In May 1789, King Louis XVI called for a meeting with representatives from all three estates to help solve the country's financial problems. But the third estate wanted fairer voting because the first and second estates always teamed up against them. So, the third estate broke away and formed the National Assembly, representing the people. Soon after, rumors spread that the king was going to stop the National Assembly with his army. Angry people in Paris decided to fight back, storming a fortress prison called the Bastille on July 14, 1789. They freed prisoners, took weapons and gunpowder, and tore down the Bastille brick by brick. This big event is still celebrated every year as Bastille Day. The National Assembly made big changes. They took away special privileges from the nobles and proclaimed that everyone should have liberty and equality. They took power and land away from the Catholic Church and created a new government where the king didn't have as much power. In 1791, King Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette tried to sneak away from France, but they were caught and brought back to Paris. The people lost their trust in the king and saw him as a traitor. In 1792, France went to war with other European monarchs who were afraid the revolution might spread to their countries. France declared itself a republic, ending the monarchy. In January 1793, King Louis XVI was put on trial and executed for treason, followed by Marie Antoinette. The revolution became very violent in a time known as the Reign of Terror. Led by Maximilien Robespierre, thousands of people were executed. But eventually, Robespierre was also seen as a dictator and was executed. In 1795, a new government took over, called the Directory. It struggled to bring stability to the country. Then came the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte, a brilliant general who became famous for his military victories. In 1799, he took over the government, called the Consulate, with himself as first consul. Napoleon crowned himself Emperor of the French by 1804.